Day 36, 1 minute plank, and then it's gonna be 20 reps. We're gonna do a side plank, 10 reps on each side. It's gonna be a side plank with a twist, where you like twist down. You'll see what it looks like, but yeah, let's get 36 done. Also, today is gonna be, it's leg day for me, so I'm gonna do some glute activation, so I'm gonna record those as well. Which you would have already seen, so I'm sure I'm gonna put it in the thumbnail. Well, if you made it this far into the video, you get a voiceover. So for today's glute activation, I'm doing this lateral, it's like a lateral leg lift, but you're on your hands and knees, so it makes it a little more challenging because you're holding your leg up at the same time as kicking it out laterally. And lateral movements is gonna work the glute medius, or like your side upper glute muscle, which is in charge of stabilizing. That muscle stabilizes the hips, so it's very important to train this muscle. Moving on, I'm doing donkey kicks, and on donkey kicks, it's important to have your hips stacked over your knees. I've talked about this before in a different video, but you want your hips stacked over your knees, your elbows stacked over your wrists, and you're only kicking as high as you need to kick to fill in activation. You squeeze your glute at the top, hold for a second, and then go back down. Don't over arch your back. It's not going as high as you can. It's about going until you feel that nice contraction. So on the donkey kicks, you're working your glute max, which is the big glute muscle. And then here we're doing fire hydrants, which is again gonna work that glute medius, the upper side, shelf muscle. And so yeah, it's another like hip stabilization exercise. And you wanna keep your core nice and braced. And yeah, fire that hydrant, fire that hip up. I don't know what I'm talking about. And the last exercise is gonna be these glute bridges. I'm measuring my hands to make sure my heels, and if you can touch your heels and your fingertips, that's pretty much where you wanna be on a glute bridge. And then you're only gonna go as high as you need to go to fill the activation, but you're not gonna overarch your back, which means you have to keep your core braced the entire time so that you're not overextending your lower back. And then I like to do these single leg because not only does it challenge your glute medius because it has to balance, but it also gives each side its own attention. My left side likes to take over way more than my right side does, so I have to do these single leg to make sure that my right side does the job that it's supposed to be doing. Alright, y'all. It's day 36, right? 36 is complete. See you tomorrow for 37.